If you love horror movies, you definitely need to stick around until the end of this video because we're going to talk about a really special horror film. We're reviewing Nosferatu, which is a dark fantasy supernatural horror thriller mystery movie. Yep, you heard that right. It's got all the elements a horror movie should have. In fact, it's a vampire movie and a remake of the 1922 silent film also called Nosferatu. Can you believe that movie came out 102 years ago? It's crazy how much time has passed. Some people were born and died without ever watching this movie, which means you're lucky to be able to see Nosferatu. Just kidding, but think about it. This film was released 102 years ago. I've seen it and really liked it, which is why I was super excited to check out the 2024 version of Nosferatu. So, how is it? Does it manage to scare you or not? Let's dive into it. The movie is directed by Robert Eggers, who has made films like The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Northman before this. This director really knows how to make amazing psychological horror movies, and Nosferatu is definitely one of them. If you've seen The Witch and The Lighthouse, you'll get the vibe. Nosferatu is actually a story about obsession, focusing on a woman who's haunted by a dangerous vampire who's infatuated with her. Because of that, all the chaos that unfolds is something you'll see in this movie. I think the casting is spot on, with Bill Skarsgård playing Count Orlok, and then there's Nicholas Hoult, who's a beast from the new Superman movie. Lex Luthor is back, and we've got Lily Rose Depp and my favorite, Willem Dafoe, aka or Green Goblin, who we also saw in The Lighthouse. Plus, Aaron Taylor Johnson is in the movie as Kraven, so you can see the casting is top-notch and everyone acted really well. There are already different versions of this story out there, but I wanted to check out the darkest one. Actually, Nosferatu is an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula novel, which is why you'll notice a lot of similarities between the Dracula movie and Nosferatu from 1922. The movie was really dark, and so was its storyline. The director was perfect for the remake. I was curious to see how he would present it in his own style. Bill Skarsgård, who played the vampire, mentioned in an interview that he got scared while doing that role. He also said he wouldn't want to do it again because the experience was pretty intense for him. It's interesting to think about, especially since he's the same actor who played Pennywise in it. So, it's safe to say that there was a lot of hype around the movie, and now that I've seen it, my overall opinion is that it's a really satisfying remake. After watching it, you'll want to praise the director because it looks absolutely stunning. All of this director's movies are beautiful, and you can tell that they do a ton of research before making a film. They always create movies set in the past, and everyone knows how tough it is to portray that era. But Nosferatu looks amazing, especially with all the snow covering everything. The roads through the mountains and the scary castle look so amazing, you wouldn't even have imagined it. The direction of the movie is fantastic, and I thought the presentation was spot on. Whether it's costume design or production design, everything will impress you. The way the old time period is shown will make you a fan. You'll also appreciate the camera movements. There are even some breathtaking scenes in the movie that make you feel like you're right there in that world. You have to travel far because she needs to sell a property to a mysterious lord, but something happens to her wife that the mysterious lord is responsible for. As things slowly get revealed, everything feels mysterious. I also want to give a shout out to the writing of the movie because each scene is crafted really well. The cinematography and color grading are top notch. You'll be completely satisfied. The movie gradually shifts from colorful to totally dark, almost like black and white. The use of candle lights there is really impressive, and you'll be amazed by it. I liked all the scenes, but personally, my favorite was the one where Thomas visits Locke in the castle. I mean, his entire journey to get there is just the best. That whole sequence is awesome, and when you see it on the big screen, you'll enjoy it just as much as I'm telling you now. We have to give props to Bill for the way he played Locke's character. He did an amazing job. You'll be totally surprised by the look of it. The practical effects in this movie are amazing, and they'll definitely make you happy. You won't even notice if they've used visual effects or not. The whole movie feels so real. You won't be able to tell if any visual effects were used at all. There are a few spots where you see some blood, and it could fit into the body horror category a little, but not too much. There aren't many scenes like that in the film. The movie doesn't have jump scares. It doesn't try to scare you that way, but the atmosphere is such that you are always on edge, so it manages to give you that horror feel. The real scary moments hit you suddenly when you least expect them, so you never really know what's coming next, which keeps the suspense alive. There's also that excitement of trying to predict what's going to happen next. It's just a 2-hour and 13-minute movie, and I really like the screenplay too. Sometimes it gets a bit slow in certain parts where it needed to pick up, but it never bores you. You can stick with it until the end. This movie isn't for those who like everything to be fast-paced. You need a bit of patience. Every scene is presented in detail. Willem Dafoe plays a researcher who believes in Nosferatu, which makes his character someone people tend to doubt because he talks about weird stuff. Aaron Taylor-Johnson's character is also really good, especially when his wife is sick. It starts to get confusing, and she doesn't really understand what's happening in the city. But as Dafoe's character points out, it's all because of the nights. It's actually pretty entertaining to watch, especially with Lily Rose Depp's standout performance. There are some intense adult scenes and nudity, so it's definitely not a family movie. And like I mentioned before, there are no jump scares. It doesn't try to scare you that way. You could call it a dark fantasy movie where you can really feel the horror scenes. You get to see beautiful visuals and some unsettling scenes in this one. It's a slow burn movie, so it's really for those who have the patience to watch films like this. I want to give another shout out to Lily Rose Depp because she delivered a really diverse performance. Her character had to juggle a lot, which is pretty impressive. Just as important as Nosferatu's character as hers, her role is quite physical with some scenes that not everyone can pull off. It's not for everyone, at least not right now. The pro audience will love it, but you need some patience to get through it. If you've got that, you'll enjoy it. If you like dark psychological horror movies, this one's for you. I thought it was great, so I am giving it a 9 out of 10. Also, I want to recommend another movie, Bram Stoker's Dracula, from 1992. It has Keanu Reeves in it, so if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. If you like the video, make sure to like it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you've already subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell icon. I'm ready, let's go.